Hey family, welcome back to the show. This is a Bob Dylan exclusive episode. This is because of my dear brother Sam. He won this request on one of my live streams. So give it up for Sam. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sam, all right, man. So Sam wanted me to do Bob Dylan, and he hooked me up with a whole bunch of links here. This is a song. Let me see. Let me just get this all ready to go here. There's a song called "Desolation Row" by Bob, as you can see right there. And I don't know anything about the song, honestly. And but he's given me a couple links for lyrics and stuff. We'll do a lyrical deep dive after we check out the video, and then we even got a bonus stuff. It's called Bob Dylan Desolation Row Facts. We're going to check that video out too. So a lot of Bob Dylan right here, right now. I hope you are a big fan, and if you are, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, please. I'll leave the links for all of these also down below there too, so you can give the channel your support and love, and that's what it's all about, right? If you want to support this channel like my dear brother Sam, well, we got links down below for that. Make it easy for you. You can always hit that like button. That helps the video a lot, big time. And if you want more Bob Dylan, well, subscribe. I've done a bunch of Bob Dylan on my live streams. We go live Friday nights and Sunday nights, and then during the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and those are earlier streams. So you can check our stuff out and see when the times are for those. But, you know, hop aboard and listen to some Bob Dylan, as well as a lot of incredible freaking music, as Sam will tell you. All right. I think we are ready to go on this one right here. And because it's Bob, I'm going to have to pause a little bit more than I normally do. And I don't like pausing at all. But it has to do with copyright stuff and, you know, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to this song. As I listen to it, if things strike me and I want to make a comment, I'm going to be pausing as much as I can. I'm a metal musician, so I'll be analyzing the music part of it as well. Then we'll dive into those lyrics and hook up those facts. All good stuff, Sam. Thank you, my brother. Kids, time to put the pedal to the metal. Buckle up. Two acoustic guitars. Postcards of the hanging. They're painting the passports brown. The beauty parlor is filled with sailors. Beauty parlors filled with sailors. The circus is in town. And I'm sure he's referring to the media on that. Bob is the poet. The poet. And I love his poetry. And I never really knew much about Bob growing up. You know, I got into metal early, but thanks to Sam, he's been leading me down this rabbit hole, and I've grown a deep appreciation for Bob Dylan, for his music, his poetry, the storytelling aspect. He is just phenomenal. I love the way this is recorded too. Two acoustic guitars, one on each left and right. It could both be Bob. I don't know. That I don't know. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. The other is in his pants. So I know, Sam, you gave me the link to the lyrics, but since this is a lyric video, I wasn't sure. It could have been just the album cover and we're just listening. But, you know, I'll stop a little bit more as we go into this and try to understand these lyrics a little bit better. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker. The other is in his pants. And the riot squad, they're restless. They need somewhere to go. As Lady and I look out tonight from Desolation Row. So this could give me vibes of like, I don't know when the song was written, but it gives me vibes of, you know, someone is going to be executed. Okay. The media circus is in town. They have a riot squad waiting to go. They had nothing to do, so there they are. And so I'm thinking, what, the race riots in the '60s? It's Bob's time period. If this was written then, I could totally see that. But we'll get more as we go along.
Tonight from Desolation Road, Cinderella, she seems so easy. It takes one to know one. She smiles and puts her hands in her back pocket, Betty Davis style. And in comes Romeo, he's moaning, "You belong to me, I believe." And someone says, "You're in the wrong place, my friend. You'd better leave." And the only sound that's left after the ambulances go is Cinderella sweeping up on Desolation Road.
Wow, heavy song.
Now the moon is almost hidden. The stars are beginning to hide. The fortune-telling lady has even taken all her things inside, all except for Cain and Abel and the hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody is making love or else expecting rain. And the good Samaritan, he's dressing, he's getting ready for the show. He's going to the carnival tonight on Desolation Road.
Public execution, I'm thinking, right?
Ophelia, she's neath the window. For her I feel so afraid. On her 22nd birthday, she already is an old maid.
Is that a reference to the Shakespeare's Ophelia? You know, he's had some biblical references in there. Cain and Abel, the Good Samaritan. Now he mentions Ophelia about being an old maid on her 22nd birthday.
Afraid on her 22nd birthday, she already is an old maid. To her death is quite romantic. She wears an iron vest. Her profession's her religion. Her sin is her lifelessness. And though her eyes are fixed upon Noah's great rainbow, she spends her time peeking into Desolation Road. Einstein disguised as Robin Hood, with his memories in a trunk, passed this way an hour ago with his friend, a jealous monk. Now he looked so immaculately frightful as he bummed a cigarette. Then he went off sniffing drain pipes and reciting the alphabet.
I don't get any of that there. Einstein is disguised as Robin Hood. His memories are in a trunk. The monk he's referring to, I guess that'd be Friar Tuck, right? If you're going to connect those dots. And but being jealous and with the drain pipes and reciting the alphabet sounds like drugged out, but so it's maybe just an old guy that looks like Einstein, but he's not saying that. Wild.
And reciting the alphabet. You would not think to look at him, but he was famous long ago for playing the electric violin on Desolation Road.
Electric violin.
Dr. Filth, he keeps his world inside of a leather cup, but all his sexless patients, they are trying to blow it up. Now his nurse, some local loser, she's in charge of the cyanide hole, and she also keeps the cards that read, have mercy on his soul. They all play on the penny whistle, you can hear them blow. If you lean your head out far enough from Desolation Road. Across the street, they've nailed the curtains. They're getting ready for the feast. The Phantom of the Opera in a perfect image of a priest. Here are spoon-feeding Casanova to get him to feel more assured. Then they'll kill him with self-confidence after poisoning him with words. And the Phantom shouting to skinny girls, get out of here if you don't know. Casanova is just being punished for going to Desolation Road. At midnight, all the agents and the superhuman crew come out and round up everyone that knows more than they do. Then they bring them to the factory.
Factory?
Where the heart attack machine is strapped across their shoulders, and then the kerosene is brought down from the castles by insurance men who go check to see that nobody is escaping to Desolation Road.
I love the way his song structure goes, where he's always leading back to the title of the song, but from different perspectives and these different characters that he keeps bringing into the narrative. But so many references here: Phantom of the Opera, Casanova, Ophelia. There's just even talking about Robin Hood, Einstein. It's lots of you could say, oh, it's name drops, but it's more than that. It's the way he's building the imagery of the story here. Nero.
The Titanic sails at dawn. Everybody's shouting, which side are you on? And Ezra Pound and
TSL. All right.
fighting in the captain's tower, while
Calypso.
singers laugh at them and fishermen hold flowers. Between the windows of the sea where lovely mermaids flow, and nobody has to think too much about Desolation Road.
I like how he puts the fishermen holding the flowers. Earlier on in the song, it was the sailors in the beauty parlors. these contrasts, these, things that make you think like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't jive with my expectations. Is that what he's doing? He's shaking our expectations? Of course, the harmonica's got to come in. And he uses the harmonica as like another phrase of the song. It kind of reminds me of like a train going down the tracks too. But you can almost hear it in the harmonica. Especially, this is about the end of it where it sounds like it's saying to Desolation Row, going to Desolation Row. Right there in those notes.
Yes, I received your letter yesterday about the time the doorknob broke. When you asked me how I was doing, was that some kind of joke? All these people that you mentioned, yes, I know them, they're quite lame. I had to rearrange their faces and give them all another name. Right now, I can't read too good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you mail them from
Desolation Row. Desolation Row, it says. That's an awesome song. Wow. I love his like almost conversational tone. Oh, I get it. All right, this is basically the same thing anyway. All right, let's do these facts that's over here. I'm going to also do that. Yeah, I already did that. This is called Dylan Tube, this channel. And let's see what this is all about, right, Sam? All right, here we go.
Bob Dylan's Desolation Row is one of his most iconic and enigmatic songs.
Wow.
Here are some interesting...
That's great. Look at this artwork here. It's everything that he's describing in the song. It's all there. Noah's Rainbow, the tightrope walker, the Titanic, the riot squad, the ambulances, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Cinderella sweeping. I'm sure if you look around, you catch all the different references. There's Einstein disguised as Robin Hood right there. This is really cool. All right.
Facts about it. Length and structure. Epic length.
Yeah.
Clocking in at 11 minutes and 21 seconds, it's the longest track on his seminal album, Highway 61 Revisited, and one of his longest studio recordings.
Wow.
Surreal vignettes. The song is structured as a series of disconnected surreal vignettes featuring a large cast of characters,
That's true.
both historical and fictional. This gives it a dreamlike, almost chaotic feel. Lyrics and meaning. Postcards of the hanging. The jarring opening line, "They're selling postcards of the hanging," is widely believed to be a direct reference to a real-life lynching of 3 black men in Duluth, Minnesota, Dylan's hometown, in 1920,
In
where
1920?
souvenir postcards of the event were indeed sold.
Wow.
Dylan's father, Abram Zimmerman, was 8 years old at the time and lived only 2 blocks from the scene. Literary allusions galore. The song is a dense tapestry of literary, mythological, biblical, and historical references.
Right.
Characters like Cinderella, Romeo, Ophelia, Einstein, Casanova, Ezra Pound, and T.S. Eliot appear in unexpected and often subversive roles.
Right.
Influence of modernist poetry. Many scholars and critics point to...
So this is obviously an AI-created video, and, you know, it would have been so much better if somebody just, actually a human, just said these lines. Because it sounds very much like they don't know when to put the pauses in. Influence of modernist poetry. Many scholars, you know, it's like, come on. But I know things are getting better with AI now, but, you know, sometimes it's almost distracting. Stick to the facts, Bill.
Influence of modernist poetry. Many scholars and critics point to T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land as a significant influence on Desolation Row,
Oh.
particularly in its fragmented structure and portrayal of societal decay. Some
Wow.
also suggest influences from Jack Kerouac's Desolation Angels and John Steinbeck's Cannery Row, a both folk song of the absurd.
I
The
love it.
song has been described as a folk song of the absurd due to its displaced images and Kafkaesque parade of characters. Interpretation. While interpretations vary widely, many see Desolation Row as a commentary on the societal anxieties, hypocrisy, and disillusionment of 1960s America. Some view Desolation Row itself as a state of mind, a place for outsiders who have rejected conventional norms, or even a representation of the madness and futility of the modern world. Dylan's ambiguity. Dylan himself has often been elusive about the song's specific meaning. When asked where Desolation Row was, he once replied, "Oh, that's someplace in Mexico. It's across the border."
No, he said, "Oh, that's someplace in Mexico," or something like that. I think it's a state of you know, it's not any particular place. It's like when you hear about Skid Row. You know, when you're on Skid Row, it could be anywhere, but it's, you know, it's that on the fringe of society. That's what I was taking it as, but I don't know.
Been elusive about the song's specific meaning. When asked where Desolation Row was, he once replied, "Oh, that's someplace in Mexico. It's across the border," which is likely a humorous deflection.
Yeah.
Recording and musicality, acoustic gem on an electric album, Desolation Row is the only track on Highway 61 Revisited that does not feature an electric guitar in its final album version. Instead, it features the distinctive flamenco-style acoustic guitar of Charlie McCoy. Alternate electric take.
Really?
An earlier electric version of the song was recorded during the Highway 61 Revisited sessions, featuring Al Cooper on electric guitar and Harvey Brooks on electric bass. This version was later released on the bootleg series Volume 7, No Direction Home, the soundtrack. Music versus lyrics. Despite the often bleak and unsettling lyrics, the music itself is described as enchanting or jaunty, creating a fascinating contrast that some argue emphasizes the constancy of life, even amidst horrors. Impact and legacy, crowning poetic achievement. Many consider Desolation Row to be one of Dylan's greatest poetic achievements, blurring the lines between music and literature. Cultural references. The song has been referenced in other works, including Joe Strummer's Coma Girl and the graphic novel Watchmen, which even named its first chapter after a line from the song, "At midnight all the agents."
Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Sam. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I definitely got some information from that video. And, it's interesting. I mean, it is a very long song. And as a metalhead, I'm used to that anyway. Songs, in fact, in metal, there are songs I'm very familiar with and love that are even longer than that. 13 minutes, 14 minutes. So not a surprise there. But I just felt that was really very Bob Dylan-y, just the way the acoustic guitars were going. His harmonica playing, now I've heard Bob way more melodic on harmonica. This was just these long held notes that sounded like desperation itself. It sounded like, almost like a cry for help sort of thing, like falling off the cliff. Wow. It was just brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate this. Definitely going to look up some of these references in the song to find out more stuff about it. I'd love to do that with you guys, but this video is already really long. But I loved it. I really did, Sam. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your win. The links for these will be down below, so you guys go over there and check it out. And until the next time, my friends, you guys be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Uncle Bill here loves you. See ya.